Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the Chazon Ish, EMUNAH u'bitochen, and we left off with a question about the story of Yosef HaTzaddik. Yosef is sent into the dungeon. He's languishing away there already for 10 years. And he interprets the dreams of the cupbearer and the baker. He sees that the baker is going to die and the cupbearer is going to live and come back and serve Paro. So he mentions to the cupbearer, please mention me to Paro. Let him know there's a Yid who's down here, who's accused of a crime that he didn't commit. I'm a good person. I deserve to be redeemed and taken out of here and freed. So do me a favor, when you go to him and you start serving him, just remind him, mention my name, that he should take me out of here. And Yosef is punished. Why? Because a person on his level of bitachon should not have done such hishtadlus. And the question that the Chazon Ish left off with yesterday is, L'maisa, what did Yosef do wrong? He's in a situation that's desperate. He's there for 10 years. He doesn't know when he's going to be redeemed. Of course he trusts in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but Hashem also put us in a world where there are other human beings and there's people around and people that were given and granted power and the like. So let me do something small in the world of Hishtadlus. Let me just ask the cupbearer, when you go back, mention me to Paro, that he should release me. Of course, then Paro is just a shaliach, just a messenger of Hashem. So what did Yosef do that was so wrong that he got punished for 2 more years in prison as a result of asking a question when apparently he should have relied solely on his bitachon, on his trust in Hashem? So the Chazon Ish answers, however, since that the nature of arrogant people is that it's not in their nature to remember others and do favors for them. And this, says the Chazon Ish, is the cupbearer himself. He was an arrogant person, so he wouldn't remember Yosef anyway. Such an action like this, to say, please, when you go to Paro, remember me, it must be coming only from a place of Yeush, of desperation on the part of Yosef HaTzaddik. A desperate person does everything that he can, even things that are distant from achieving anything that's even going to take place. Because when you are misyayish, when you are desperate and you are in despair, you will do anything you can to try to get you out of that desperate situation that you are in. If over here the cupbearer anyway is an arrogant person, and anyway, as we see later on in the Torah, he doesn't like the Jewish people. So why in the world is he going to mention you to Paro? He's not thinking about you, he's thinking about himself getting freed and redeemed. It's only because that Paro had the dreams, was the cupbearer reminded of Yosef HaTzaddik, who ended up interpreting his dreams. He's going to try to help the Paro. But in the moment when he's going to come out of the dungeon, out of prison, he's not going to remember. He's an arrogant person. So the fact that Yosef HaTzaddik asked him to be a messenger to Paro seems to show that Yosef was in a situation of yeush, of desperation, and desperate people, desperate measures, or desperation calls for desperate measures, and Yosef now is giving into the desperation, not to the bitachon. But a person who really trusts in HaKadosh Baruch Hu would not do such things. And this activity of Hishtadlus is not from the obligatory of activities. So Yosef's action of asking the cupbearer to remind Paro to remind Paro about him is like throwing dust upon the glow of EMUNAH and bitachon. You're darkening and you are dimming that glow which is there. And since that it's not an obligation, says the Chazon Ish, therefore it is asura, it's asur to do. says the Chazon Ish, a major line over here. And that is that, yes, there's something called Hishtadlus, there's something called making effort. But if it's not an obligation to make that effort, in the realm of bitachon, it then becomes asura. It is prohibited and forbidden for a person to do such a thing. For Yosef to ask the cupbearer, please mention me to the Parai, it was not within the realm of the Hishtadlus that he was obligated to do, and therefore his request was asura, was forbidden, and for that he gets punished. There's still a bit more that we'll have to see in Yitz Hashem next time. All the best and have a wonderful Shabbos filled with EMUNAH and bitachon.